I'm here today with Vanguard World Champion YuGiOh.
Sorry, ex-world champion.
He still got second this year. The thing I will say though, while he might be great at Vanguard, I think that Vanguard isn't a great game, and I will never play it.
That's a lot of confidence for someone who's probably gonna play in locals next week.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is a two-part video, and the person who loses today is going to be forced to play the other person's card game.
So I'm excited to see you lose.
I'm gonna wipe that smirk right off your face. Well, you see, I got 4 out of 10 correct, but 4 is only all I need to beat you, because I know you are not guessing any more than 4 correct in YuGiOh, because it is a harder game.
Sure, whatever you see, man.
Editing gang right here. This is the second video of this challenge series. If I know how to do this right, the other video should be right here, so go check that out.
Enough of that, let's get right into it. So, give me a brief intro of like kind of your background in this game.
YuGiOh, I played when I was 7 or 8 years old.
Not 6 or 7?
And then, nope. I barely know anything about it. I don't know what an exceed summon is. I don't know what a pendulum summon is. All I really know is back in the day, you get to beat up your opponent a few times before the game ends. Nowadays, the game just ends into 1 turn.
You actually played in probably one of the better formats of YuGiOh. You played right after Edison, so that would be Tengu plant format. People understand how kind of YuGiOh works on a basic level. There's monsters, spells, and traps. To win a game, there's really like the main win condition, which is to make your opponent either lose all their life points, which they start out with 8,000 for, or you make the opponent deck out, but that usually doesn't happen. There's not like an inherent resource system in this game. There's no mana, there's none of that type of stuff. You kind of just go like throw everything against a wall like every turn and just kind of go and like win that way, which is why people say YuGiOh is fast. I don't need to explain to the people who are slow what it's like being fast. Anyways.
Alright, Daniel, you seem very confident for Vanguard. I'm super confident about YuGiOh, so I'm sure I'll do just fine.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
Well, you're going to need to do some more reading with those glasses of yours, because unlike Vanguard, we actually have complex cards here. So we're going to start off with the first one. This is Magical Mallet. This card is a spell card. Spell cards can be activated from hands. They're kind of like your order cards, but unlike orders, unless you have a special activation condition, can be activated as many times as you want in a turn. They don't have any resource that they activate off of. And this one basically lets you mulligan your hand.
Mulligan as in like you can only use it at the start of the game?
No. Like, so there's multiple phases in YuGiOh. There's the draw phase, standby phase, main phase, battle phase, and main phase 2, and then like end phase, right? This card, because it's like a normal spell card, can only be activated in the main phase 1 and main phase 2. But that's like kind of where you do everything in the game anyways.
Seeing as how simple the card is, they're you know, you just mulligan your hand back into the deck, and you draw the same number of cards. I know YuGiOh, you don't really draw enough, so it could be good if your hand's really bad, but because you're playing magical mallets, you're also decreasing the actual number of cards you're drawing by 1. And because you don't really get to choose what card goes back, you might have like 3 really bad cards and 2 really good cards that you actually need. Because I know it's very combo heavy, right? So I'm gonna say this card is not good.
Is that your final decision?
Mainly because you cannot control the number of cards you put back. So yeah.
Alright.
I'll say it's not good.
You are correct. That one must have been a moment of magic, because that was a lucky guess. So Magical Mallet, historically speaking, has never been a good card. It does see like fringe play in a lot of like what I like to call slop decks. You see it a lot in a Master Duel as well.
Like
as
rogue decks, right?
No, like slop.
Just bad cards. Okay.
This is beyond just bad cards. So like basically in a Master Duel and in like YuGiOh Duel Links, which are kind of like the Konami's like official like gameplay simulators for YuGiOh, Magical Mallet historically has only seen play in these types of decks where like the whole like point of the deck is to like deep draw until you hit like a specific line of combo cards where you can just like 1 turn kill your opponent on the first turn. This card has never been like in a strategy where it has been considered tiered, rogue, or anything. But
okay,
every like single person who has ever seen this card and has to play against it is never having a good time. We're going to the next one. How you feeling, Woody?
Really good.
You're not gonna feel good soon because the next one's really hard. We're getting the Winged Dragon of Ra, the ultimate god card of the original series. Probably watched anime as a kid. Hopefully you did a little bit. This is
I did.
Marik's Ace Monster. he like basically gets to like use this. It's super broken, you know, because of the fact that like it has like 3 hidden effects that it does. You know, it can like basically fuse with Mark's body. Well, unfortunately, the real card doesn't have that.
This card cannot be special summoned. It requires 3 tributes to normal summon. Cards normal summon cannot be negated. When normal summon, other cards and effects cannot be activated. When this card is normal summoned, you can pay life points so that you can only have 100 left. This card gains attack and defense equal to an LP paid. You can pay 1000 LP, then target 1 monster in the field and destroy that target. LPs are life points, and there are 8,000?
Yes, it's not like the anime where it's 4,000, it's 8,000.
Okay, so you can get up to like 7,900 attack and defense.
Yes.
But that isn't enough to actually kill your opponent.
Correct, but remember, you can like play this alongside other cards.
True. You need to tribute, as in like you need to sacrifice your cards to play it. And do the stars on top mean anything?
Yeah, so
like under the name.
So basically, there's like types of summoning in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Anything that is 4 stars, which is indicated by the little circles on top, or anything 4-star and under can be done in like a summon called a normal summon, right? Where you basically can just place it onto the board and can only do it once a turn, right? Any star level above like that, you basically have to do what's called a tribute summon, where you tribute material equivalent to like, I think it's like a specified ratio. Anything level 6, 5 or 6 is like 1, and then I think anything higher than that with the new master rule change is like 2. And then basically to summon this card onto the board.
And then last question. When you pay that 1000 life points, is that part of the one you decrease? Is that part of the ones you decrease for the actual power gain? For example, like, let's say you were 8,000, you spent 7,900. Can you kill 7 cards? Or is that like a separate payment?
No, that's a separate effect.
I feel like this card is not good. And the reason why I think it's bad is because you need to first kill 3 of your own cards. I feel like that's a drag because in the game, I believe you only start with, what, 5 cards?
Yes, you only start 5 cards.
And you can't mulligan, right?
No, mulligan.
So not only do you need to use maybe 2 or 3 cards to actually play the 3 monsters out, you also need to actually have raw in your hand. Being able to destroy a target is really cool, I think. For 1,000 life point, that sounds really good. But I'm going to say this is bad.
And you would be correct. This card is actually, funnily enough, has historically never been good, which is funny. This actually, out of the 3 Egyptian god cards that everyone knows, is actually the weakest of the bunch. The god cards, frankly, are not very good. Anyone who tells you who, like, is either a Yugi boomer or they're lying to you. Woody, you've been getting very lucky. It seems like you had some godly luck. The next card, though, this one's going to trip you up. Because it's time to give you judgment. A solemn judgment for you.
Are there spells that destroy trap cards?
I think everyone knows Mystical Space Typhoon.
Oh, that's the Typhoon looking thing. Okay. Yeah. So when a monster would be summoned or a spell or a trap is activated, pay half your life points. Negate the summon or activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So basically, whenever your opponent tries to do anything, you say no, but you kill yourself.
Yeah.
In the process.
Well, you wouldn't kill yourself. You lose half your life points.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty bad because you lose like half.
So let's say you're at 8,000, you go down to 4,000, but then if you're only at like 100 life points, you only go down to 50?
Correct, yes.
And are you asking if it's good or bad based on when this card first came out, or like even for modern?
Historically. Or like even in the current format if you really want. But like this card's been out, I guess if you want me to tell you, it's been out for at least like 10, 20 years, I think.
Okay.
This card's been out for a long time.
Interesting. So, when you play a trap card, it's face down, right? Your opponent doesn't. Let's say you have like 3 face down trap cards. It's impossible for your opponent to find out which is what.
You can ask them.
Or like what each of them are.
You can ask them nicely.
I'm
I'm joking. No, you would not be able to do so. I think you might be thinking about like Mai's perfume trick from like the anime. That doesn't really exist in real life. There is cards that let you see where your opponent's like back row cards are, but you cannot like know what their cards are unless they're like, I don't know, trolling and they show you.
I'm gonna say that this card is good, and the main reason why is because I'm starting to play Riftbound right now, and Aurelia, the deck, is pissing me off because I'm playing Jin, and all the spells I play are 4 or more. And Defy is a 1-cost spell that negates any 4-cost or less spells. So if you're able to just say no to your opponent, whether or not that's a spell card they're playing or that's a monsters they're summoning, that seems really strong. Paying half your life point does seem really expensive, but if you're already behind, then losing 50 LP doesn't seem like that big of a deal, especially if it's a game-winning play.
I'm gonna first jump in on like the Riftbound thing. I can't believe that Irelia is even allowed to be a good deck right now. That deck was so annoying back in Legends Runeterra.
Mhm.
You are right. This card is good, and
Okay.
it's not even just really good. It is very good. In fact, it is
Okay.
limited to 1 copy right now per deck because of the fact that it just stops your opponent from playing the game. Right now, you are getting awfully close to 4, but that's fine. You only need you need 5 to beat me. So
Mhm.
we're gonna go on to the next one, and I think this one's gonna trip you up. Pot of Greed.
It's a good card.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. What we're not talking about is Pot of Greed. I think everyone knows Pot of
Okay.
Greed is good. Being able to draw 2 in this game is ridiculous. What we're talking about is Shard of it.
Because of how fast-paced Yu-Gi-Oh is right now, this has to be a bad card.
We're talking like historically speaking as well.
Historically speaking, okay.
Yeah. Like,
when
we're
did
just
this card
talking
come
about if
out?
the card is good or bad.
Okay. Around when did the card come out?
This came out, I think, around like 5. It's been a while at least. It was out in like old duelings, which was like 2017. So I reckon
Okay.
it's been out for
That
at
changes
least a
things.
decade.
Okay. Then I'd say this card is good then. Or it was historically good. Because even though it takes time for it to actually, work, the fact that you're able to draw 2 after 2 turns sounds reasonable enough.
Is that
So
your
it's
final?
good.
Is that your final decision?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So this card's dog. It's like probably one of the worst cards printed. Now,
I got tricked.
I was not trying to be misleading to you.
Jumping in here before I get absolutely destroyed in the comments, I'm not gonna lie, at this point I was kind of stressing out because I really didn't want to play Vanguard. But yes, Shard of Greed is like a bad card, and it did sound like I was gaslighting him here, so please do forgive me.
However, the reason why this card is bad is it released kind of after you started playing. It was around like, I believe 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
That is actually a decade ago. Oh my god, we're old.
It was a decade ago. We're old.
You were not greedy with your decision and you got punished with this one. But the next card will truly get you twisted up. So this card is Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis. This is this is a fire attribute monster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do the attributes mean anything?
Yes. So some attributes in Yu-Gi-Oh kind of are like, they don't mean stuff like by it in and of itself, but it's in its ways that it like kind of interacts with other cards that make like the attributes like meaningful.
This card cannot be special summoned except with its own effects or with Phoenician Seed. If this card attacks, it is destroyed after damage calculations. If this card you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. During the end phase, you can move from play 1 plant monster from your graveyard to special summon this card from graveyard in defense position. I want to say that this card is really good. And the reason why is because it's a 3000 attacker, and then it comes back as a tank that your opponent has to deal with, and if they kill it, they need to deal another 800 damage to themselves.
Is that your final decision?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna very quickly explain. You are right that this card is good.
Okay.
In fact, it is
but for
banned.
the wrong reason.
It is banned.
Oh.
And it's you got the reason wrong. So there's 2 ways to look at this. Speaking like of just like kind of Yu-Gi-Oh and its alternative formats. There's an alternative format in Yu-Gi-Oh called Edison format. It's actually based on the year you just like the year before you started playing this game, where Edison is like this format where it's just during that ban list time. This deck is a top tier deck in there, but for all the wrong reasons. The reason why this card is banned is because of the fact it facilitates a burn strategy. So when you read this card, you think like, if this card is you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, inflict 800 damage to your opponent, right? And then in the end phase, you can remove 1 plant monster from your graveyard to special summon this card in defense position. The reason why this card is good is you can go and burn your opponent for 8,000 damage all in 1 turn. It is not a once per turn card.
I see.
So that is why this card is banned. Phoenician Seed, by the way, is a useless card. It like legitimately does not see play.
You just play this.
Yes. So I'm very surprised you guessed this, to be honest. But I hope it's close now. You know, we're tied in terms of the cards
We're
correct.
tied.
There's no way you're getting this one right. We're gonna
Alright,
go
hit me.
to Nirvana High Paladin. Now this card is very special. This card has the most text out of any single card in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. So Nirvana High Paladin is a synchro monster, but it is also a pendulum. Feel free to ask me
Okay.
any questions to explain these mechanics.
Yes. So what is a synchro and what's a pendulum?
So
Yeah.
basically, with some little simple math, you can think about it this way. You see how this card has like 8 levels or like stars?
There's 10.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I can't read. If I get like 2 level 5s, I can get to 10, which is how I would summon this
Okay.
card. The only requirement though is you see in its like summoning conditions, it says 1 tuner and a non-tuner synchro monster.
Mhm.
As long as you can get those 2 cards onto board, I can special summon this. I don't even want to explain pendulum. These cards are busted, but basically all I know is the pen scale isn't just basically like a zone and spell and trap zone, and that when a pen monster goes to the like it's destroyed, it goes to the extra deck instead of going to the graveyard.
Okay. So I think this card seems good. So I would say it is good. And the reason why is because it cannot, when it gets destroyed, you can still place it back. And when it's destroyed by your opponent's monsters, you can half your opponent's life points.
All right.
The first part with like the minusing attack seems very cool. So I assume that's very cool, very good. So yeah.
Is that your final decision?
Yeah.
Oh my sweet summer child. This card is terrible. It has never seen play, and the only relevance it has ever seen is in those Twitter threads or in those YouTube videos where they complain about Yu-Gi-Oh. The reason why this card is bad is you're not gonna see any more of these, so I'm gonna tell you something. Battle trick cards in Yu-Gi-Oh almost never see play.
Battle trick is in
battle cards never do anything. There has been like exceptions to this, like there's decks like Tenpai, which I won't explain, but basically they are like the only ones in the meta who maybe interact with like the battle mechanics. But other than that, battling isn't really a real thing in Yu-Gi-Oh. You kind of just try to establish like a board instead. You only need one more to best me. But I guarantee you're not getting any more of these right.
Alright, hit me.
Witch's Strike.
It's a trap card. If your opponent negates normal or special summon of a monster or activation of a card effect, destroy all your opponent's. Whoa.
I'm actually going to tell you something really cool. Witch's Strike is actually based off the same artwork that we showed earlier of Solemn Judgement.
Yeah, I see it.
The witch here is one of the corrupted maidens in that photo.
Let's go back to the trap card activation, right? Let's say your opponent does something to target a card face down in the trap zone to destroy it. Then I could use Solemn Judgement to cancel that, let's say. It can still react with the card that's being targeted.
I should probably mention that Solemn Judgement is not the only card that negates in this game.
Yeah.
I can with like full honesty tell you that there's at least over 200 in this game that say that.
Okay. So I want to say that this card is bad. And the reason why is because if this shows up, this seems very scary. But your opponent can easily just counter this and say no.
Is that your final decision?
Yeah.
You would be correct.
Oh.
That means you have beaten me, which looks like I'm playing Vanguard. But I will actually first, as like a good host, explain why this card is bad. So the reason why is kind of like threefold. First of all, so Witch's Strike is not a counter trap in and of itself, so it cannot respond to Solemn Judgement. And two, trap cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, unless they have like a game warping effect, which there are a few, mind you, that are very good, this does not actually you would have to basically kind of operate in this way. If your opponent has an established board in Yu-Gi-Oh, you would have to set the card, wait till your opponent's turn where they play, and then you go and flip it and hope you can just wipe everything they have. So you would have to place it, hope nothing happens on their turn that immediately removes it, which is like usually kind of hard to see.
Very unlikely.
Yes, but this card has seen some historic play, but it's kind of one of those cope cards that even like the pro players like kind of gaslight themselves into playing.
Seems like I won already, so I can just have fun with the rest of them.
Yeah, you have bested me.
All right, hit me with the next card.
Let's go with the next one. So this is SpellBound. It's like Riftbound.
This seems really good, I think, because you're just able to prevent your opponent from making the good monsters that can kill your opponent. So I'll say this was good.
Is that your final decision?
Yes.
Alright, so this card is meh. It's like not terrible, but it's meh. And like the reason for this is very simple. Yu-Gi-Oh is a game of all time, and there is cards in this game that just stop your opponent from doing anything above for like the whole turn. Let's go to the next one. GnoMaterial. And
No
this is
material.
first I would like to shout out a friend for this one. My friend Adam suggested this one, and it's a very good suggestion because it is a very good card.
Good card.
Or am I bluffing?
If your opponent special summons a monster while control no cards, you can discard this card. What does that mean?
So
How can you discard a card if you
yeah.
control no cards?
Yu-Gi-Oh is this game where it's like there's like traps that you can set on field, and there's like cards that you can activate during your opponent's turns called hand traps. And hand traps basically, as long as the activation condition for like what it describes in its card happens, you can usually like discard it to like do some sort of effect.
So you can discard it when your opponent plays a card. And then you basically prevent them from doing anything to upgrade it, right? Or utilize it as material.
Yes, correct.
So I'll say this card is bad. And the reason why is because I feel like there's better cards that can counter your opponent from doing anything. And because it only works on the one unit that they summon, I would assume that they can obviously find replacements for them.
Is that your final decision?
Yes.
And you would be correct. I should probably explain the history of this card. So GnoMaterial is one of those cards that is interesting because Yu-Gi-Oh is a game with like a very like weird like card pool situation. The card pool of Yu-Gi-Oh is so big that like random cards that like probably will never see play, like theoretically, if like the meta changes slightly, can become good. GnoMaterial fits kind of that bill of like if the meta turns out just right, this card might be absolutely broken. But right now, for its like release since like I believe like 2018, 2019, has never been good. There's just been better options that they could pick to play over this. That's a very good guess, by the way. I did not expect that.
You know, it seems fine, but it doesn't seem like it's game changing.
The next one is our last one, or second last
All
one.
right.
Oh, it is our last one.
Oh,
I'm gonna take you on a mystical journey. Is this card good or bad? Mystical Mind.
I've heard that this was terrible. I saw so many YouTube shorts talking about how not terrible as in like it's bad. It was terrible as in like it was super unfun to play with. But I want to say it's bad for the game, but good for some decks.
Is that your final decision?
Yes.
Well, that's unfortunate that you have perfect market knowledge apparently of this. But Mystic Mind is a very good card. It is banned to this day. And hallelujah to that. Basically, Mystic Mind is used in two very distinct ways. One, it is used as like a way to break boards because of the fact that like this card immediately stops your opponent from activating any other monsters they have on board. A lot of people side it in their side deck and put it in to stop their opponent from playing or forcing an immediate reaction to this. The other way that this card is played is there are people who play this deck called Mystic Mind Stall or Mystic Mind Burn, where they try to perma-search Mystic Mind to play as their field spell so your opponent can't activate any cards. And this deck historically has seen a lot of wins. For the audience, I would just like to say, don't look at any of my past deck lists. I totally do not have not or will not or will never play a deck with this card in it. Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, I'm lying. It seems like I have lost, and it's not even close. It's my fucking landslide.
I mean, for some of them, for like Mystic Mind, it's just I feel like it was so notorious. Some of them I just misunderstood how good it was.
Yeah. So Woody
or how it was used.
8 cards right, which is double what I had, which means I will have to play Vanguard. Catch that in the next
so
video,
sad about
guys. I think Vanguard is a game for plebs, bro. It's not. It's not a game for intellectuals like myself. Anyways,
say that when you win.
Yes, I will say that when I win the tournament that you bring me to. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and hopefully in around 1 or 2 weeks' time, you'll be able to see me play Vanguard for the first time and last time ever. Anyways, thank you for watching.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye.